Alright, what is up, guys? And welcome back to Doki Literature Club. Alright, so make sure everything's running right. Yep, looks like it. So, yeah, I think I figured out who I want to go for. The only problem, let me actually hit return here. The one I want to go for is not here. Gonna miss green eyes. Monica. Sorry, I've been watching so much of Magog of Macaw, whatever his name is. He's starting to rub off on me a little bit. But no, I mean, seriously. I mean, Monica's not on here, which means either she's an unlockable character for another playthrough. You have to play through and get all 3 of these girls in order to get to her. You know, I mean, seriously, Ty, the main character. Well, Ty is what I named him, but still. You know, he even says it himself, you know, she's out of his league. The way she was looking at him, I have to say, to be completely honest, I think she was into him. Not gonna lie, but I think she was. Anyways, so, with that being said, so I've got to choose words that would fit one of these 3 here. Now, I decided, by the way, since I can't have Monica, I'm gonna go the easy route. I'm gonna go to the easy route first. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the childhood friend. Okay, so with her, she is happy-go-lucky. She's bubbly. She's full of excitement. She wants people to know who she is and everything. So let's see. Okay, so it looks like I only get 20 words, and I have to choose them based on her. Nothing here first off. So let's just pick one. Milk? Oh, wrong one. How about boop? Oh. Alright, fine. Joy. There we go. There we go. Okay. Fluffy. Oh. Okay. Love. There we go. Alright. Bliss. Yay! There we go. Okay. Charm. Let's see. Together. Precious. Laugh. Laugh would be good. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Giggle or bouncy. I'm gonna go bouncy. Up. Romance. There we go. Okay. Kawaii. Ah. Let's go tenacious. Yeah, just to give her 1. Peace. No. Doki Doki. Ah. Skipping. Okay. You know what? Just because of this, let's go with Natsuki then. Fun, of course. Spinning. Okay. Games. Pleasure. Oop. Bunny. Okay, let's go for Natsuki then. Why not? Hi again, Ty. Hi, Monica. Hi. Alright. Nope, didn't run away. Don't worry. Might be a little strange, but I at least keep my word. As do I, Ty. As do I. I'll try to, at least. Back at the literature club. Last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your comment. No, not too overwhelming. Well, yeah. Like he deserves any slack. Yeah, okay. Didn't even want to join any clubs. True. I'm not Really? I didn't last year too? Oh, okay. Don't know if you plan to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, you won't see the end of it. I'll be sure to take it seriously. Certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Manga is literature. I cannot help it with that face. It seriously, like I said last video, whatever you want to call it, it seriously reminds me of Cartman. Manga is literature. Respect my authority. Flops back into her seat. Okay, don't worry. He always gives it his best as long as he's having. I do the same thing. As long as I'm having fun, I do my best. It even helps me out at work. I mean, seriously, I'll go to work. I'm having an off day. I start having fun with some of the customers. You should see how fast the time flies when I do that. Helps me with busy work without me even asking. Cooking, cleaning my room. Yeah, that makes me sound like the housewife and you the husband, Sayuri. Those pretty blue eyes. Okay, stop staring at the eyes. They're so deep. Monica's is good. Sayuri's is good too. Damn. Sorry, dang. I guess. I don't know. That's because your room is so messy it's distracting. Yeah, okay. You almost set your house on. Oh, wow. Okay. Uh-huh. Really, Yuri? You might be a little jealous. Sayuri. Seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you even brought me something? Me? Wait, what? Okay, what is it? What do I do? Yuri? Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah. That is true. Come on. Cough it up. I love presents. I mean, hell, it's December 17th right now. This video is coming out on December 31st. It's almost Christmas for me. And by the time this comes out, it's going to be past Christmas. So, cough it up. I want my present. Was that a book? Picked out a book I thought I might enjoy. Short read, keep my attention even if I don't usually read. Discuss it if I wanted. Accidentally. Makes me wish I went after Yuri. Seriously, it makes me wish I went after Yuri. Oh. She picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Thank you, I'll definitely read this. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sayuri and Monica having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. Waiting for this chance. Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Okay. Annoyed by something. Freaking Monica. Never puts my stuff back in the right spot. You know, that is true. That is very true. I mean, I had a roommate once that, you know, would come in, ask to borrow something, and then whenever they put it back, it was just random. I had everything alphabetical order. You know, sometimes I would actually play around with it, you know, when I get bored. And seriously, whatever order I kept it in, she just went first spot every time. Manga. Yeah. Sometimes. No. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Not true. In Japan, yes. Here in the States, no. Manga is something that a community is built around to express our love and dedication and adoration for. I mean, seriously, it's amazing. I mean, seriously, but you know, I can understand where this game is coming from. I mean, even though it's American made, I mean, they're dealing with Japanese culture, so pretty much over there, manga and anime are kind of still shunned, even though they have an absolutely amazing community set around every single manga series. I mean, even the ones that aren't even that popular have at least like 50 to 60 people that'll sit there and say, yeah, I've heard of it. How did you know anyway? Heard you bring it up at some point. Yeah, of course. Kind of written on your face. Yeah, what's that? Wait. Oh, good. So you already didn't write it on my forehead then. Okay. One lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious to pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it. Turns the box of manga, slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Okay, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I honestly have to agree. I really do have to agree. I mean, for me, it would be the same thing with movies as well as it would be for books. I mean, if I have the box set, which I actually do for a book series, I don't remember what the book series is called right off the bat. I would actually have to look it up. I'll pop it down in the description below, just in case any of you want to read it, because it is a very good book series. And over on Freeform, it's actually a pretty good TV series as well, over on Freeform. So I'll pop it down in the description below. Let me know down in the comments if you've actually heard of it, or read it, to be honest. But still, I mean, seeing that with a missing book, I mean, or like with box sets of movies, I mean, seeing that with a missing disc or a missing case altogether, you know, I mean, that would just be horrid for me, you know, I mean, or even just out of place. So, yes, Ty, I agree with you. I know that feel. Closer look at the box. Parfait Girls. Series I've never heard of. I would say neither have I, but it's a manga that's made up for this game. Yeah. I think. Should I try looking it up? I do have Google on my phone. And my manga rock. Nah, let's just continue on. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. Really now, Natsuki? Oh, that actually kind of hurt my neck. Pulling the raptor actually kind of hurt my neck a bit. Did that time too. Ooh, ow. But still, I mean, go do it through the glass on that door. Okay. I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna look in. I'm gonna laugh. And then I'm gonna go to the anime club. How about that? Would you like that, Natsuki? Or do you want me to be a member of this club? And go after you. Wasn't judging anything. Didn't even say anything. Tone of your voice. Did I speak? Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its True words have never been spoken. That is true. I mean, seriously, it's like this day and age. I mean, to be completely honest, as far as politics, even though I don't want to bring them onto this channel, I am literally stuck in the middle because I don't want to take part on either side, but I think both sides do have both right and wrong points. But as far as Antifa, LGBTQ, feminists, SJWs, and whoever else is actually wanting to come over and decide you're a Nazi. I mean, seriously, they could take a lesson from this girl right here. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge a person by the color of their skin. Because you never know, something might surprise you about them. In fact, pulls out the first volume. Show you exactly. Really now? You're gonna let me read it? Am I actually gonna be able to read the manga? I would actually love to be able to read the manga too. It's like with Naruto. Naruto. It's like with Naruto. Okay, the one book that Kakashi is always obsessed about, that Jiraiya wrote. I would absolutely love it if somebody could actually work together with the series creator. I can't think of his name at the moment, but actually work with him on ideas for how that story would actually play out and actually make that book, because I would absolutely love to read it. So I mean, if this is as good as Natsuki says it is, it would be one of those that, if she can sell it right, I should say, I would want to read, just to see, you know, how they would do it. Features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Like the game? Exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Huh? Wait, did she force me out of the closet? Does that mean I'm gay now? Whoops. Takes a seat beneath the wall, against the wall, beneath the windowsills. That's the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Okay. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? Take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. Can't read at the same time like that. Oh, you're gonna read with me. Guess it's easier to be closer together like this. Don't just say that. Okay, no, I'm make you feel weird? Really? Okay. Crosses her arms, scooches an inch away. Of course. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. It's not. Open the book. A few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. Yeah, I noticed. Feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. How long has it been since I've read the beginning? I know that feeling, Natsuki. I do know that feeling. I mean, seriously. Like with Monster Musume, the one I'm reading right now, or I forget what it is in Japanese, but it translates to Tales of Wedding Rings, which is a phenomenal series. I'll link. You know what? Pretty much, I'm gonna link every single manga that I've read That is a phenomenal series in the description because, trust me, I mean, some of them are good. Like one I'm reading and rereading and rereading and rereading constantly over and over and over again is called Monster, which pretty much, I mean, pretty much the only reason why I reread stuff, manga in particular, is just because of the fact that every single time I get to the point to where it's not translated into English and I'm waiting on the translation, it always takes a month or two for it to be translated, or a week or two, like My Hero Academia. So pretty much I have to wait for that. So sometimes I will sit there and I will actually go back to the beginning while I'm waiting and either reread it from there or reset everything to where it's not read and go from there. I mean, like Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. I was actually, before it finally ended, just a couple of months ago actually, before it finally ended, I mean, I was sitting there going back and back and back about 5 or 6 times after I first found the manga on Manga Rock, and I would actually sit there and reread it over and over again, not just to catch myself up to the story where it would be at that point in time, you know, letting it go probably like 5 or 6 chapters translated before I started rereading it, but at the same time to go back to the beginning and actually reread it. Like, I was actually thinking about going back and rereading Naruto, from the beginning, just to say, okay, yeah, I remember this part. Jeez, wow, this part was different when I read it, you know? Well, not Mandela effect different, but still, you know? But still, I mean, I get that feeling because I know it a lot. I mean, I try and keep up with the entire manga so that way, you know, if I'm talking about it with somebody, I know exactly what it is I'm talking about. But, I mean, with this right here, I mean, it would be like Naruto to where, you know, I read the entire series. You know, I may have skipped a few parts here and there when Shippuden came out, or until Shippuden came out, I should say. And then I just started from there going on and on. You know, I still may have skipped a few chapters here and there, but at the same time, you know, I mean, it's been so long since I have gone back to the beginning of Naruto and actually read it front to back, beginning to end, especially without skipping parts. I mean, that's just wrong of me to do. Don't go back and flip through older ones. Precisely. I mean, Natsuki, what the heck? Not really. Sometimes after I finish Fair point. Fair point. Fair point. Not product placement. I feel like I've got to say that every time. Just because, you know, I've got it, you know, to where it's like that. Usually I have the label on this side. Hey, are you paying attention? Huh? Nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same. So I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school, slice of life affair. Yeah, I know those types. They get boring kind of quick sometimes. Rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. That is true. What should I expect from this? Is there going to be plots? I think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot. Well, I guess I know what you're saying. Beginning is about simple things, of course. Funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. Ooh. But that just helps you get to know the characters. It's still entertaining. Later on, there's all kinds of drama, like when they get into all their backstories, when some of the romance. Ooh. That's really what makes it so good. And so many touching parts. Of course there are. I mean, slice of life manga is good. I mean, Slice of life manga is just one of those. Oh, this is just boring to read, but at the same time, you know, you're just enthralled by the drama. You know, it's good and bad at the same time, to be honest with you. Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? You're short? It just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. It's over 9,000. Good save. Chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but there's a lot of bacon in this manga. Yeah, dude, there's a lot of baking. Oh. It's called Parfait Girls. Of course, there'll be a lot of baking. Yeah. Why does that matter? Doesn't. Just curious. Shows me how much, or the reason why you're into baking. That's pretty much it. Since you enjoy baking too. Exactly. That's what I said. Just a coincidence. Sure it is. Just happened to get into baking around the same time I got in. Yeah. Definitely not a coincidence. No, I feel you, Ty. Of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. That is true. Being able to bake is a very good ability, especially if you can use that to start a baking shop. I really need to find a better microphone and headset. Better gear all around. She's really good at it, so who am I to judge? That is true. I haven't tasted one of your cupcakes yet, Natsuki, but darn it, I want to. Aww. Up close. And she's... Oh, I didn't notice that. She has pigtails. Read on for a few more minutes. Finish a couple of chapters at this point. Sure this isn't boring for you. It's not. Even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. Really now. If you say so. Guess it's fun sharing something that you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? Not, no. What? Don't tell me you don't have any friends. Don't you share your manga with friends? Could you not rub it? Seriously? Okay. Oh, okay. I got it. I think manga is just for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of it yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Dude. You know, I mean, it just reminds me of my stepfather. You know, I mean, me with video games and, you know, trying to do this YouTube channel as far as, you know, gaming is concerned. You know, he just doesn't understand the fact that, you know, I'm into video games that much that I want to share it with everybody. And, you know, he doesn't see the point in it. You know, he doesn't see the point in video games themselves, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I try and explain it to him sometimes. You know, we get into a little bit of an argument about it, but other than that, I mean, I wouldn't want to punch him in the face, but apparently Natsuki feels that way, which pretty much brings about her whole tsundere character, you know, A little bit more than normal. Yeah, Tai does too. Nice. It takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. That is true. I mean, well, Japanese culture, that's true. Here in America, like I said, Comic-Con. End of discussion. Comic-Con. Already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. Probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. Really? Don't even know what my dad would do if he found this? At least it's safe here in the club. So Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Just can't win. No, you can't. Paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. True. Not like it solves any of your problems. Well, it does solve one problem. That you finally have somebody that can enjoy it with you. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? Nah. So? That's enough. Then you keep reading. What? Okay, yeah. Alright, fine. Go back to reading. Flip the page. Natsuki starts laughing. Totally forgot that happened. Of course. Minori is a favorite character. Feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. Shouldn't be talking about that part yet. Just finish this chapter. Okay. Sparkles with excitement. Nice. Stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. Like I said, tsundere. She's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends. I can understand why. Hard to express in words the feeling you get when you're connecting with someone like that. Being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, it makes me smile. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Oh, poem sharing time. I wonder how mine came out, actually. Seriously, I wonder how mine came out. Could your timing be any worse? I can just imagine that. Sorry! Just like the old game. Just need to make sure we have enough time. You look pretty cozy over there. Ooh, an entire foot, huh? Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. Just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Take it home. Eh? Really? Well, of course. Take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. True. Oh. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. You know, that is an actual problem with manga. I mean, the way they're made. If you bend them even just a little bit, I mean, that bend stays there forever. And I mean, Sandlot version forever. Sorry, headphone users. By tomorrow. Only got partway through the volume so far. Might fall behind on some shows if I try to get... Really? Shows are more important than a cute girl asking you to read a manga? I'd read the manga, brah. Shows will be there. It's called Netflix. I think. Wait. Is Netflix available in Japan? Someone Google that for me, please. Right, never mind. I'll get it later. Suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Such a cute, enthusiastic face, too. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alrighty then. Okay. Slip the book into my bag. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Now that everybody's ready, don't you find somebody to share it with? So you already can't wait? Enthusiastically pull out their poems. Wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Monica wrote hers in a composition. Okay. Monica's pristine handwriting from where's that? Yeah, looks good. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply, reaching into their bags. I do the same. Oh, okay. You know what? Since Monica is not a choice, why don't we go for her first? Apparently she's the expert of the entire literature club. So let's go for Monica first. And then apparently we did more words for Natsuki, so let's save Natsuki for last, shall we? Should start with Monica. Seemed eager, wanted to know I'm putting in an effort. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I am. Good, glad to hear it. Since you're new and everything, you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Really now. Don't be afraid to bring things up. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow. Kind of the same. Line chat. Fun. But scary if you're not used to it. Want to share your poem with me? Yeah, kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry. I'm a little embarrassed, you know. It's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. That's true. Uh-huh. Oh, really? Lot cuter. No. Kind of makes me think. Oh, okay. Okay, I get it. So she's not going to be available then. So Monica wouldn't be available then. That kind of blows. So she would be kind of like the judge telling you, yeah, you were doing it right. You actually got so many for this one girl. You know, I mean, that would be... That's kind of a bummer letdown. She's a good writer too. So take that as compliment. Okay. You say so. Read anything by Shel Silverstein? Huh? Maybe a long time ago. Famous for telling all kinds of stories with just a few simple words. Poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. Might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. So Natsuki is kind of like that. She's not an expert, but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her poems. Might be easy to write, but it's super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it'd be your kind of poem to explore. Sure, I'll end up trying different things a lot. Take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. It's okay, I'd love to see you try new things. Best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but it'll always help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yeah. Sure. Pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Yeah. At the sound. Doesn't mean I always feel that way. Really? Alright. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. Peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina is already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Huh. Not bad. What's the title? Hole in the Wall. Hole in Wall. Oof. Yeah, that actually reminds me of a manga. Either way. So what do you think? Freeform. Yeah. Kind of stalls out and pretty popular. A lot of poets have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. Performed out loud, it can be really powerful. I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you would say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Been influencing my poems a bit. Something like that. Kind of nervous talking about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. True. Okay. Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Try so hard to make it perfect and you'll never make any progress. This is true. Just force yourself to get something down on paper, tidy it up later. Yeah, that is true. Another way to think is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. You know, that is very, very true. And since we're going for Natsuki, let's save her for last. And let's go with Yuri, since we did just a few words for her. Okay. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. Don't force yourself. Okay. Put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. First time writing a poem. Yeah. Just making sure. Okay. So it's that bad? No. I just raised my... Sorry. I can't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take you a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, kind of learned to pick up on them. Okay. Tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. End result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Wow. Not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. That is true. Not just finding them and building them, putting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Wow. Might take some time, but it all comes with practice and by learning by example and trying new things. I also hope everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be biased. How? Never mind. Shouldn't be talking about people like that. It's fine. Do you mind if I read yours now? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ghost under the light. Tendrils of my hair illuminate the amber glow. Bathing. Must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Yeah. That is definitely good. Terrible handwriting. What? No. No. Ooh. Sorry. Need a back crack. Took you a long time to read. Just don't read script very often. Also, I like the poem. Yeah, I think your handwriting is beautiful. Oh, and I like the poem too, of course. But still. Wasn't too short. Usually write longer. Not at all. Not at all. I love it. It's pretty decent. First time sharing. I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest. You into ghosts? Story isn't about a ghost at all. Really? Must have totally missed the point. Did only glance over it. Poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to the ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. Soon to be left with nothing. That's deep. That is deep. Wow. Oh wow, that's deep. Makes me happy that you think like that. That you think that. Won't be too long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. Alright. Okay, let's go Sayori next. Good poem. Sure it's the first time? Of course. It's not that good. Kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time. Guess you're right. That's why I'm impressed. Afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. Of course. Really happy that you just wrote one. Reminds me of how you really are part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, like I said before, Ty, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Yeah. Sees the full picture of my motive here. I don't think she does either. And again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Gotta make sure you have lots of fun here. Okay. That'll be my way of thanking you. Gonna hold you to that then. Yay. Okay, yeah, your poem. Don't worry, I'm really bad. We'll see about that. Yeah, we'll see. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. You asking me to come out and play, are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Wow. Oh, that's a good way to end it. That's a good way to end a poem. Is just random. It's like, oh, love, food. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. Forgot to do it last night. A little better about myself, yeah. Still try my best? Yeah, right. Didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. Came out nice. How should I put it? Just sounds like you. Yeah? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. Bad to skip breakfast. That is true. When you're in school, it is bad to skip breakfast. Even just a little protein bar or a little one of those newfangled breakfast bars that have like dried milk in the middle of them that tastes kind of like cream for a weird second. I guess there's no point in arguing. Thanks for showing me. Yay, so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. Next time I won't forget. Gonna write the best poem ever. I guess I look forward to it. Yep. Alright, and last but not least, Natsuki. Let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, never mind. Don't feel like giving you my opinion. Wow, what's the point of sharing in the first place? Wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? Yeah, that's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, this is nothing but... It's not that great. Let me show you what real literature looks like. Yeah, sorry. You went and ruined it. Sorry. I hope you're happy. You're saying you liked it. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Yeah, pretty sure I do. Pretty sure you never said that. Say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. No, don't hate me, Natsuki. Please. Figure out if it's a win or a loss if you liked it. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Only because mine will make me... Yeah. Oh, this looks just simple. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Simple. That's good. Simple. I love it. I like it. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't be? Because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated, which is true. Some people don't even take my writing seriously. And the point of poems is to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Exactly. It's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Didn't really hit me that hard, but it was a good effort. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand too. The other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. That is true. Guess more went into it than I had realized. So it means to be... And there's the sun coming out. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I wouldn't either. Alright, guess that's everyone. Glance around the room, a little more stressful. Okay. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into, though. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. Eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Read in tandem, watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? No, it's nothing. Dismissively returns the poem to the desk. Guess you could say it's fancy. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism? Really about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? Just meant the language, I guess. Trying to say something nice. You have to try that hard to come up with something nice? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice. Okay. Oops. Do have a couple of suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Tai did too. What? Why are you dragging me and Sayori into it? Gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. Appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. Didn't expect to change anytime soon. Of course, and come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't. And Tai liked my poems. Why are you dragging me into this? He even told me he was impressed. I was impressed by the writing style, not the thing itself, until you actually described it. Uh-oh. Trying to impress a new member? Not what you're just jealous that Tai appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. You're that full of yourself. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Alright. You know what? Wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tai started showing up? What? Oh, going that far, huh? That's a little... This doesn't involve... Whoa. Okay. Do I have the option to run here? Not true. She started it. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. This wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Actually, both of you guys are right. So I'm just going to go over there and let you two just duke it out. Go for it. That is true too. Yeah. Only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary and limiting yourself, but it's also a waste. Sayori. Yeah. Uh, it's her problem. Uh. Immaturity that made her upset in the first. What? Oh wow. Uh oh. All right. Okay. Get along and be happy. Yeah. I made a good choice here. I made a damn good choice here. Darn. Still getting used to it. Leave me alone. Natsuki's poems. Amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. Yours because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. That is true. So why are we fighting? Well, also, Natsuki's cute. There's nothing wrong with that. Yuri's boobs are the same as they are. They can beautiful. I don't think I needed to hear that, Sayuri. I'll make some tea. Okay. Yeah, that's why, Tai. Might come off as a good leader, organize things, not very good for people. Really? Couldn't even bring myself to interject. President, it's kind of embarrassing. That would be true. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. Wasn't able to say anything either. I guess that just means Sayuri is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. Might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. That makes two of us. Wait. I'm sitting here trying to go after Natsuki, mostly because of my screw-ups of doing that first poem. And you're telling me to try and take care of Sayuri. The fuck? I mean, yeah, she's a childhood friend, so why not? You can count on me, fine, whatever. My stomach's literally doing jumping jacks right now. Mostly because my back hasn't been cracked yet. Not good enough. She's a genuine person, really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. True. Okay, everyone. Just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? A lot of fun. Worth it. Mostly alright. I'd say the same. Anything to talk about with everyone. Yeah, that's true. Okay. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Okay. Alright. Yeah. So your poems will turn out even better. Yes. Probably. Did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. Not to myself with newfound determination. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams. Truly been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Very true. Very true. I mean, Sayuri is a looker. I mean, that is true. Sayuri, about what happened? What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. First time I've seen them fight like that. Both wonderful people. Really? No, I don't hate them. Just wanted your opinion. You see why they make good friends with you. You know, Ty, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. Caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. You mean the fact that your situation is 4 beautiful girls, one of which is standing right in front of you, another one that's club president that you can't go after, and the other 2 are fighting over you. Did I get it right so far? Being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Just have to see what the future holds. Said that more to myself than to her. It's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes. That is true. Let's do this. Alright. So... let's do that. Save it right there. Alright. Holy cow. I'm already 106 now. Jeez. Alright. Well. That was a little bit more wordy than usual. So yeah, that's... Well, I can honestly say going after Natsuki is going to be a good thing. You know, I mean, going after Sayuri too, I mean, going back to Sayuri would also be a good thing. But at the same time, there's that little slippery slope there that means I can just kind of wiggle Natsuki in just a little bit more, you know. And with this whole thing with Natsuki and Yuri, I think what I should do is throw 1 or 2 big words in there just for Yuri's sake, just to kind of let her know that, you know, it's not, you know, it doesn't affect me that badly. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But either way, it's gonna be one of those things, you know. So, oh, okay. I've seen that little extra line there. See that little extra line right there? It disappears whenever you're not clicked on it. Okay, there we go. Okay, making sure it's safe, just in case something happens to my computer in between videos. So, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna go get my back correct real quick, and then come back to this, because I mean, holy cannoli, this is gonna be fun. I guess. Anyways. Now, like I said, I don't know why somebody I don't know why, you know, I mean, I saw this in the Steam store. I started talking about it with other people, and somebody actually said, oh, you should play it, you know. And, well, I mean, it had that tag, which still vexes me, about the, what was it, psychological horror? I mean, that hasn't even started yet. So, I mean, I'm sitting here thinking High School of the Dead type stuff, you know. So, when do the zombies start showing up? You know, something like that. When did the zombies start coming out? When does the psychological horror hit? You know, that's what I want to know. Yeah, I guess I'll find out one video from now. I don't know. Anyways, holy cow, almost an hour 10 now. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And of course, as always, yeah, happy hunting.